Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So with all of these new sets of nodes for Cavalier monthly difficulty quests, we basically will have completely new different champions who shine and also new different champions who will be harder to use. And in order to try and help everybody not to get caught out by a surprise, I am uploading a separate video for each and every single one of the 6 classes in the game, going through the exact nodes that we will see in the upcoming Cavalier Monthly Event Difficulty quest, and then obviously also going over the best options that I think will do great in these quests, because ultimately I was pleasantly surprised by the node design, because each and every single class has quite a few interesting interactions where you have like one node that gives you a huge damage bonus, then you have another node that helps you achieve that damage bonus quicker and includes more champions of the said class. And then you kind of have two nodes that set up conditions of what champions overall can and cannot be used. Now, when it comes to the science class that we already discussed in the previous video, the main condition there was poison immunity to be able to use a champion, and the second condition was access to a non-damaging debuff in order not to have half of your attack base, well, 50% weakness placed on you. Now, when it comes to the tech class, it's a bit more inclusive than that. So let's go over all of the 4 nodes that will be added, and then let's go over the tech class champions, and possibly look at some alternate solutions as well. So let's go with the first one. So, Infectious Wrath. Tech attackers gain an indefinite passive fury, increasing attack rating by 35% whenever the defender tries to gain health while heal blocked. Max 10 stacks. So it's huge 350% attack increase at its max. Gaining a fury in this way has 1 second cooldown. So that is a very significant attack boost there. Now the second point, Engineered Fracture. Whenever a tech attacker inflicts the defender with an armor break debuff, the defender is also inflicted with a passive heal block for 10 seconds. So this will let more tech champions access heal block if they don't have that ability on their base kit, and that will let more tech champions benefit from the first node. It's quite interesting. Now, next one, Nanite Healing. Every 15 seconds, the defender passively regenerates 10% of their max health over 8 seconds. And this is actually very inclusive situation, because where in Science Quest, you had to have that poison immunity. Technically, in this tech quest, you can bring in absolutely any champion, so long as you can mitigate or out damage the healing. So there's pretty much no restriction at all whatsoever. It's very inclusive. And the last note is quite simple, when the defender's healing abilities can't be reversed, and if that would happen, they're heal blocked instead. So first, let's go over tech champions. So let me just switch the cameras here for a second. So Civil Warrior does have access to heal block on heavy attack. It's quite easy. I doubt he's going to be anybody's go-to option, because let's face it, he's a noodle. But he is a very viable noodle in this case, and he would be far from the worst option, because you would get that 350% attack increase. Now we have Darkhawk, which has a heal block on level 3, but I doubt that you will want to get to level 3 to access that heal block, so let's just say pass. Now Darkhawk might be insanely good option, because his heal block will kind of activate automatically. And yeah, I expect Dr. Octopus to be very good option. Now Ghost has absolutely nothing for this. Obviously, Ghost will still work just because of sheer damage output. And remember what I said, this is an inclusive set of nodes where you can use any champion so long as you can out-damage the region. But Ghost will benefit of nothing. Ghost can't armor break and Ghost can't heal block, therefore no furies for Ghost at all. I think same for... Well, let's face it, nobody's going to use it, so I'm not going to mention it. So now Guardian, can he heal block an armor break? Nope, don't think so. So nothing for this guy either. Doubt there's much for Guillotine, so it's quite interesting. There's actually a lot of tech champions that seemingly will not benefit from this at all in any capacity. Right. So now we have Howard the Duck. Probably can access it, but who's going to use Howard the Duck, and it's going to be quite random. Now, Hulkbuster is going to interact absolutely fantastically with it, because every time you activate special attack, you place an armor break, and as you do, you will gain that fury if opponent's regening, because it will also place heal block. So yeah, Hulkbuster should be a great option. Iron Man Infinity War will be definitely a great option, because you have heal block on your heavy attacks as well as armor break. So yeah, he should actually work very, very well here for these nodes. Let's go, who cares? Kang does have heal block, I believe, but who cares? Now, Mysterio has very handy heal block, even though there's no armor break, so that should help. Ooh, Iron Man, actually, and Iron Patriot both have armor breaks, but they suck. Man, Tech Class has a lot of dots or a lot of champions that don't benefit from this at all. Yeah, nope. Okay, so Punisher 2099 can access both armor breaks and heal blocks, so he will be just fine. Red Skull could be actually a very interesting option as well. Heal block, armor break, think armor break on level 2, but who's going to use it? Now, Sentinel should, in theory, be an absolute beast for this thing, I think, because you access both armor breaks and heal block on level 1. Stark and Spider-Man, not really. Star-Lord, kind of not really. Vision, yeah, I think you can access heal block on every special attack if you have poisons on. Now, overall, I must say this tech one, it doesn't really seem too great compared to the rest of the nodes, and because when you actually get down to the numbers, there aren't that many champions in tech class that inflict armor breaks or can access heal block, and if they are there, then most of them are kind of like quite huge dots. But as I mentioned, for this quest, any champion that can significantly reduce the healing or just has extreme damage output will be viable. So to recap, from the tech champions themselves, who I think will be the best options, we have Darkhawk, who should work absolutely fantastically. We have Hulkbuster and Iron Man Infinity War. Both of those should be extremely solid options. I think Mysterio could work wonderful as well. Possibly Punisher 2099 and Red Skull, but who ranks Red Skull? And Sentinel will definitely be great. Now we have Warlock, who I think will do well, and possibly both Visions. It leaves out a lot of champions then, unfortunately. So yeah, I think they could have done a bit of better job with the tech class node compared to the others. But if you go actually in the game, then you can, for instance, easily bring in, let's say, Human Torch, because Human Torch will mitigate all of the healing. You're not going to be able to reverse it, but you're going to be able to very quickly get rid of it. And obviously, if you are using Human Torch against Mystic, you're still going to have quite insane damage. And then you're going to have Abomination, for instance, that might not necessarily reverse the healing, but can heavily mitigate it by poisons. And basically any champion that can inflict a lot of debuffs in combination with Despair Mastery, or heal block, or just do a ton of damage. So for instance, let's say Cosmic Ghost Rider, you're going to be stacking armor breaks, you have crazy damage output, and with Despair Mastery you can mitigate their heal. So ultimately, I unfortunately kind of predict that for many people, you will just end up using whatever your best champions are. So bring in your Nick Fury or Immortal Abomination, or maybe Corvus, or Human Torch, or Magneto against Metals, and kind of ignore all of those nodes, which is a bit of a shame because the idea behind them is quite alright. So let's just jump back in there and see that, yeah, there are a lot of interesting things, some massive fury potentials, but I just don't think they quite hit what's needed for that. It excludes significant portion of the best of the tech champions. As I said before, we have Ghost, we have Guardian, we have Guillotine 2099 that will simply not benefit from this in like any form or fashion. And then there are a bunch of champions who will kind of work with it. We'll see how it actually works out. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope that, I don't know, maybe Civil Warrior with a 350% fury turns into an absolute animal. But I doubt it. When it comes with the tech class, think it's going to be much more easier and better to bring in any random champions and kind of bypass the whole node for most part. Especially if you don't have Dr. Octopus, Hulkbuster, Iron Man, Finty, or Warlock, or Sentinel right up. Anyways, I think that will about do for this class. So I have uploaded Science class already, and I will try to upload one more, and then I'm going to do the other 3 classes tomorrow to help you guys, and actually kind of myself as well, prepare for the upcoming monthly Cavalier event quest. And if you like these videos, and if you don't want to miss the rest of the classes, then definitely hit that sub button and hit that notification bell as well. That would be absolutely phenomenal. But that is it for now, and I'm going to catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information